So scared I will look horrible. I'm worried how I'll look afterwards. I'm afraid I'm gonna hate what I see. I'm concerned about the appearance. I have an emotional attachment to them, and I'm scared of how they'll look. My only fear is them not looking natural again once they're out. How many of those comments, honestly, can you totally relate to? I think it is a very valid and a very normal fear and concern and worry when you are preparing for an explant to wonder, like, what are they gonna look like? Like, what if I get my implants removed and I'm completely deformed? I have dents, I have wrinkles. Like, what if I have no breast tissue left? What if I'm concaved? Completely normal, valid worries and concerns. I went through them myself. And so in this video, it is my hope to get you thinking about your breasts and what they mean to you in a different light. All right, I'm gonna be real with you from the start. My breasts, they're not pretty. They're not big by any means. I can still wear an A-cup bra and have a little gap between the bra and where my breasts are. They're very flat up here, and then they just are kind of like mounds, I don't know what else to call them, breast tissue down here. You can see my bones right here. Like, my breasts, in honesty, like from what we imagine pretty breasts look like my breasts are not pretty. When I bend over, I have like little dips right here, and it doesn't look good. So I just want to say that right off the bat, because I am somebody who I just accept my breasts and how they look and their size and their shape and what they fill up and what they don't fill up. So I just want to let you know, like, I still have struggles, although it's like a 1 or a 2. And I'm gonna go through 5 things that I've kind of come up with for helping you have breast acceptance, breast confidence, whatever it may be. So the first thing is just to realize now and after your explant, like, you're going to have moments, maybe not days, but moments where you miss your implants or how your breasts looked when you had the implants in. Maybe not so much the actual implants, because we know how toxic they are, right? We don't miss all that. We don't miss what they did to us, right? But we just miss how good and big, right, our breasts looked when we had those implants in. And after your explant, you will have moments where you're going to miss your breasts and like, oh my gosh, I can't really wear that anymore because I don't fill it out, or whatever it may be. So just kind of go into it knowing that that's going to happen. I still have moments. I'm 3 years post-explant, and I still have moments where I miss them, but it's probably for like a minute or two when I sit back and think like, wow, like, I can't believe that. Like, I had those, and I look at pictures of me and I'm like, oh my gosh, they were just way too big, right? So that's going to happen. So the second thing that I would have you do, if you are kind of hyper-focusing on your breasts and how they're not looking anymore, is to take the focus off of your breast completely. So for instance, when I look in the mirror and I'm getting myself dressed up for something, I take the focus off of my breasts and how they look in my outfit, and I more or less focus on the whole package and how much I love that outfit or how good I'm feeling. And I don't over concern myself with, how small they are or how flat I might look in something. I still wear those padded bras, not like super padded, they're like literally like those inserts, because again, like I said earlier, my nipples are big. It is what it is, whatever. And so anytime I go braless, I'm just like all nipple, I feel like. So don't be ashamed if you have to wear a little padding, if that's what makes you comfortable. Like, it doesn't mean like, I'm not accepting myself or anything like that. It's really about just being comfortable and accepting your breasts and how they are and how they look. So the third thing would be avoid photos of other women who might have the breasts that maybe you desire, and those social media accounts who really just focus on, the sex appeal and everything like that. If you're having a hard time accepting your breasts and if you're not happy with your breasts. Because just from what I found, when, you focus on, or you are constantly seeing women who may have looked like you once did, you can subconsciously feel inadequate and like you're not enough. You're not womanly enough, lovable enough, like you're not going to find a man and all of that. And it can just kind of wear down on your self-esteem and your self-worth and your confidence and how you show up in the world. So, take inventory of what you are exposing yourself to and who you're exposing yourself to on social media and online, and everything like that. And, get more aware of like when you're feeling inadequate and ask yourself, oh, like, where did this come from? Oh, I was just scrolling social media. Or, I just saw an old picture of me, right? And it's just getting back into, the acceptance of where you are now, which brings me into the fourth thing. Remembering why you explanted. This is a huge one, especially for those of you that are really sick and you've had a lot of symptoms and you've been in and out of doctors and you have autoimmune conditions and just the whole plethora of breast implant illness. We have to remember why we explanted. To feel better, to get on with our life, to show up for our relationships and our family, to have more energy, to do more things, to travel, to start that business that you finally have the energy and like the mental clarity in starting. There's so many more positives that come out of explanting than probably the one negative, so to say, of how some women would see it is like their breast size, right? So just, again, it's taking that focus off of your breast, realizing like, this is what I had to do in order to feel better and get my life back, essentially. And then the fifth thing, pouring into yourself. That could be just through affirmations. I have sticky notes on my mirror, like be bold. My standards matter the most. And then I have one that's like, you're healthy, you're beautiful. I don't know. It's all in my mirror. So I'm constantly just pouring into myself and affirming how it is that I want to feel, and what I want out of life. And I know affirmations, they seem so easy. Like you're just kind of repeating these positive phrases, right? But if you keep pounding your subconscious with compassion and acceptance and love and just gratitude and the hope of health and beauty and confidence and all of that, you will eventually reprogram your mind and your thoughts and your beliefs about yourself and what you needed in order to feel more confident or more like a woman. So I know these days, especially with social media, I wasn't on social media back when I got breast implants. Facebook was just coming out. And I honestly feel like if social media was as big as it is now, back when I wanted breast implants, like things would have been 100 times worse for me just mentally and with my body image, which I already suffered from just a bad body image and self-esteem and all of that back when I got my breast implants, which was the reason why I got my breast implants. And everything else here is really just off the cuff and from my heart. It's something that I would tell a friend, so I definitely want to tell you. We're so, as a society, focused on breasts and their size and how that does equate to happiness and confidence and worth, and like especially if you're in the dating scene, we think that men really do put a big emphasis on big boobs. And my husband and I were actually just talking last week about this, and he told me something. It's hard to believe, but I believe him, if that makes sense. So he said most men would rather have a woman with natural small breasts than a woman with big fake breasts. And I really do believe that. So, especially if you're with somebody, I feel like it's a little bit easier because they're going to love you unconditionally. But I know that if you are in the dating scene and you're getting yourself out there, it's like, how do I even bring up my scars or, the way that my breasts look now or anything like that? And I'm always like, I think about that and I'm like, man, if I was in the dating scene right now, like these scars are my story. And so I'm going to have power behind my story if I were to tell it to someone. Like, yeah, I got breast implants when I was 23, almost 24, because I just, I thought they would complete me and I thought I would be more confident and I would be whole. And that did happen for a while, but then I got really sick from them and I didn't know what was wrong with me. And then I found out about this thing called breast implant illness that you can get from your breast implants. And I had all of the same symptoms of breast implant illness. And so I decided to take my breast implants out. And so this is what I'm left with. And I feel like any stand-up man or any stand-up friend would be like, damn, that's awesome. Good for you. Like you're going against the grain and you're doing like the complete opposite of what we're seeing a lot of women do these days, which is like alter themselves, right? So for me, I would be like, that's like honestly really cool because you're just standing in your truth. You took care of yourself and you put your health first, even though like you didn't know what you were going to be left with. So, at the end of the day, we just have to take our focus off of our breasts. I know it's so hard to do that sometimes, but don't let the size of them discourage you from wearing really cute things. I actually just the other day went to the gym and I was like, oh my God, I feel extra small. And I just was like, nope. I just said nope. And I walked right out my bedroom door. I was like, I'm not even going to go there. Like, it's not even worth it. So just know I consider myself to be a pretty confident person in general, but it's really just taking that focus off of them and realizing who you are behind them, like all of your great qualities. I know for me, I put so much emphasis, I think like a lot of women, on like, I have big breasts, right? And it's like, it's a big majority of who I am and how I show up, right? And we really do wonder when we take them out, like, who am I going to be without them? Like, I don't know that person without breast implants because I got them when I was so young, right? I got them 23 years old, like basically just turned an adult. But when your health is taken away from you and you literally feel like you're dying and you're on like a half dozen medications and you're in and out of doctors, I'm telling you, when you explant and you start to feel better and some of these symptoms resolve and go away, I feel like the natural process is to kind of realize, damn, these breast implants were not really worth it. Like, I feel so good. I forgot how good feeling good feels. Like, I don't even care about this going on here, right? So surround yourself with positive friends. Just know that I am here for you. The whole Size Happy community is here for you. When you are around other women who not only have breast implant illness, but just can really embrace who they are fully with going against society's beauty standards. When you're influenced by that energy and those women, it kind of rubs off on you. So lean on us. Just know that, especially after your explant also, each month your breasts will change. Like, they're gonna look a little weird at first for some of you. I know for me, I had dents here. I had a wrinkle up one of my breasts. Like, again, you could see all of my bones. But your breasts will change month by month. So, hold on to that. Realize who you are beyond those breast implants. Pour into yourself. Show up for yourself. Wear the cute outfits. Don't focus on this. And remember why you had to explant. We're not saying that it's going to be easy, but we are saying it's going to be worth it.